How do you feel about continuing funding for Pell Grants and perhaps putting more money into funding for Pell Grants for higher education?
Well, unlike my opponent who answered a question a year or 2 years ago that he would end all federal financial aid, all Pell Grants and loans, I am a strong supporter of the National Direct Student Loan Program. Unlike Governor Romney, I don't want to go back to bank loans. Bank loans are higher interest, they're totally inflexible in terms of your repayment terms. We threw the banks out after Wall Street collapsed. They were weak, we could do that. And with the money we saved by stopping the subsidies of the banks to give students higher interest rate loans, we put another $60 billion into Pell Grants. The Democrats did this in 2007. Now the Republicans want to undo it. Romney has said he wants to go back to subsidizing banks to make higher interest loans with no forgiveness allowable and no flexibility. That actually costs the taxpayers more money. We have a great study. For every dollar we give to a bank for a subsidized loan, the taxpayers get back 83 cents. That's pretty stupid, because for every dollar we give to students with a National Direct Student Loan, the government gets back $1.03. The students pay lower interest rates, they can work the loans off, and they will never ever have to repay more than 15% of their income for that loan, no matter how big the loan is. Like I said, my opponent wants to eliminate student financial aid altogether, and now he's remaking himself think, oh, he didn't mean that, although he did answer a question here that way. Romney wants to do away with the National Direct Student Loans and the Pell Grants. I'm fighting to defend them, and I give back congressional pay raises as scholarships at community colleges in my district. So I'm personally committed to this. I'm committed on a policy basis. I borrowed a bunch of money to go to school. I know how tough it is, and I'm going to do the best I can by the current students to not weigh them down with that debt.
You voted against the Domestic Violence Against Women Act. Why'd you do that?
You know, I'm all for restricting domestic, I've voted for strong bills to restrict domestic violence against women. I can't remember. It was another one of these Republican tricks where they put a name on something that really did something else, and I don't remember what the problem with that was. And we have about 1,000 votes a year. You know, I have voted for the Domestic Act, Violence Against Women Act in the past. The Senate passed a version that was not controversial. The House Republicans put the label on it, and then they did some things in there that were really egregious, which I can't remember at the moment.